Hi Leo, I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to thank you so much for your powerful presence, but I do want to remind you this is general and is meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you individually, beginning around when you're guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. So apply it as you should. And yeah, just leave the rest behind. Take what resonates. But do remember to hit that like button. I appreciate it. Let's circulate this video to more Leos. Really didn't love that moment with the fingers. But as well, tell me how it resonates. Simply say hi, leave me some emojis, however it works out in your situation. Interesting. And subscribe if you haven't joined this Leo tribe already. I did get the number 1755. 1755 right before recording. I literally heard it, number 1755. Not exactly like that, but that's how Spirit was communicating it to me. I just feel as if you are thinking about what you want to release in the midst of some chaos, in the midst of some unhealthy energy, a situation that hasn't progressed in the way you hoped for or thought once upon a time. Spirit saying, do pay attention to your overall, your specific habits, okay? Coping mechanisms, stuff of that nature. Your health needs to take a focus. What do we have for Leo from the Light Seers? Okay, I just heard life is changing. Life is changing as you know it or as you've known it. And I do feel like it's a fast-paced next 48 where you're getting a lot accomplished, but not super stressed due to it all or in the midst of all of which. I do sense that if there is certain levels of stress, right, for you individually, it's because of the energy you're picking up on. Other people around you are stressed. The feeling in a situation, right? The tone somebody's setting. Could be a boss figure, somebody you live with, people you work with in general, or even somebody you're trying to help. I did get the message as well when you help somebody see the way or you help somebody else out in general, you become or you initiate a better version of oneself. So there's a focus on how you just have that loyal Leo caring nature about you, okay? But your world is elevating at this time. Don't be surprised when there's certain moments in the next 48 where you just feel like you're elevating once again. You just have that high vibration, a bit of a colorful vibe. It may feel kind of unexpected even after watching this reading because of the previous days, weeks, what you've been dealing with or what you're still dealing with. But Spirit's saying you're reconnecting with certain people, even attracting in what's meant for you, certain levels of success, your health routines. It's all playing into your high vibration, your overall way of being, okay? Even the success that's coming to be because of it all. Did that make sense? I feel as if there's a focus on your happiness, okay? Being drawn to her dress and how it's making up a bit of a rainbow. How something's progressing is taking a focus as well. Put the other foot down. Very interesting. Not usually drawn to her legs, her feet here. But they're saying you don't need to treat it like a bit of a balancing act. But it may feel like in the next 48, in certain ways, you're putting on a bit of a show, okay? Or you're just a bit of an entertainer. Or you may even feel like, or you may feel like when you're out and about running errands, at work, just migrating, you kind of want the attention, right? And I do feel like heads to an extent will be churning, but it's this vibe where you just want people to notice you, okay? And I do feel like in a lot of ways, especially on social media, people are noticing. Trust me. They are noticing you. And they just highlighted, trust me. You want people to trust you, okay? But there's this feeling that you don't trust others, or at least not fully, due to what you've been through, okay? There's a need to cut that out, okay? And at least that point of view on things, that holding oneself back from fully connecting with certain people or letting people in, right? Due to being a bit, not damaged, that's a bit dramatic, a bit scarred from certain connections, you know? I feel like you've been through it and you've let some of the wrong people in at times. So there's a focus on dating, friendships, stuff of that nature, and needing to recognize you have the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom, the intuition that's strengthened at this time along your path to decipher who is to be trusted and who's not, okay? Who is right for you and who's not. So yeah, it just feels like communication with oneself as well takes a bit of a highlight. Let's shift on forward. Keywording. Seven of Swords, a bit of a mysterious vibe, a bit of keeping to oneself in the next 48. Why is that? Why does that feel so good? Because I feel like there's a refreshing note to one's hermit mode, not updating everybody. Because I feel like as well, you just have to go through a bit of healing from all the hard work, potentially a bit of overdoing it in certain ways. It's this vibe where in the midst of your alone time, keeping to oneself, the synchronicities line up left and right. I feel like feathers could come into play, a lot of angel numbers. Just heard 1212, the High Priestess, okay? It's the next 48 that pushes you to recognize that you are, okay, I just heard deserve the downloads. It just feels like you need to also tap into your intuition in moments of receiving spiritual guidance. Not everything is always going to be 100% beneficial or for your to work in your favor. Does that make sense? You just need to trust what you already know within, or just what feels right and what feels like a bit of messing with, okay? But I do feel like there's a leap of faith that you're needing to take at this time, or just desiring, and Spirit's saying go with the flow, have some fun, enjoy oneself, get loose a little bit, right? Get that release. I did get the message before that music will be truly important for you in the next 48, as far as keeping your vibration higher, bringing it back up there, getting a release as far as feeling the inclination or just the feeling to dance a bit. You need laughter, okay? Who and what is making you feel, they're saying chuckly at this time. I feel like certain online content, I'm getting TikTok specifically. I know there are certain TikTokers that just make me literally laugh so damn hard to the point of almost falling off my seat or my bed. You know, and you need that kind of joy at this time, right? It's going to, again, assist with your overall happiness, which Spirit's saying is priority number one. I do feel like Spirit's highlighting what needs to come to an end. Okay, Spirit's highlighting what came to an end once upon a time to help you get through something, or to just remind you of how capable, how strong you are at this time. You don't need to see it. It's the Tower card, okay? But Spirit's also saying through it all, different levels of transformation have been sparked within you, okay? And this is purposeful. So what you're going through at this time may not be perfect. You're doing a damn good job of making the best, okay? And it's part of your individual path and transformation all the meanwhile. This wasn't a situation or what you're dealing with at this time. It's purposeful, okay? It's still purposeful. There we are, strength, okay? If you're new to the channel, I am a Leo sun. Don't forget to subscribe, but I do feel as if there's, again, a bit of a showy way about you, sort of wanting to draw an attention. When rare moments come about where you don't want to be noticed, you may just be noticed, right? People at a distance are thinking about you, to say the very least. There's a push to remember when you're not being completely true to who you are, okay? And that will highlight how things are changing and developing for you in more than one way, within, outside of you, okay? I just heard, as I was drawn to this small detail here, the stars are aligning for you. Can you see it? It's like the Big Dipper or something of the sort. The stars are aligning for you. I also am being drawn to her tattoo here, this infinity symbol. The possibilities are endless for you at this time. So don't fret, don't second guess, and just allow for oneself to move forward and dig for the inner strength and just maintain a true healthy level of confidence, okay? They're saying arrogance is different, and you know that at this point along your path, okay? And I feel like that comes into play when you're feeling out other people, okay? Giving people a chance or not. Interesting. Or just seeing through people's BS. The Star card. The Star card. Aquarian nature is what I'm hearing. Bear with me. I just feel as if you're very connected to the night sky, to the stars, to the moon. Again, the stars are aligning for you. People seeing you as a bit of a star, just someone who's very talented, being pushed to recognize that your wishes, your dreams, your goals, they absolutely freaking matter. Okay, you might have once upon a time viewed them as not realistic or just not something you should be fully or at all watering. This is a different chapter, my friend. Okay, this is a different time for you, where Spirit's saying water what feels right to you and move towards what you feel is worthy of your time, attention, resources, what you feel will make you bigger than life. That can come through or be taken in more than one way, okay? Apply it as you wish. but I really do feel like what you produce and develop, potentially in a situation where you're feeling a bit trapped and limited, where you're pushed to do a bit of reflecting at home, at work, you name it, you are successful. Okay, there's thoughts about where you want to move to next, whether that's a move of residence, a move in your career. I do feel like you're being pushed to recognize that, or to remember where your surroundings, the people, the location, situations, your investments, it shapes who you become. It can adjust your transformation. So Spirit's saying, don't be afraid to switch it up, but at the same time, don't be nervous. Don't second guess you wanting to make a change in one situation moving forward, even though I feel like a lot of you know that it's not going to come to be right now, okay, or even anytime soon. It could be months down the line, but it's important that you're recognizing that this is coming to be. The Four of Swords and the King of Cups talking about how your peaceful nature is truly inspirational. There's something about you that where you're peacefully manifesting at this time, knowing that your ship is going to come in for oneself, but not overly attaching oneself to that outcome, to the arrival of which. And Spirit saying, well, then don't be surprised when it comes in, okay? Don't be shocked when people are impressed by the fact that you easily manifest, okay? And sorry, I'm saying okay a lot. I'm trying to cut that out, but I'm heavily spoken through. There's a focus on the fact that when you're peaceful, you glow, my friend. You glow, you radiate. There's a level of exposure taking place to an extent in peaceful moments, however that comes through for you. But I do feel like you're pushed to close your eyes at certain points. I'm being drawn back to the High Priestess where her eyes are closed, his eyes are closed, her eyes are closed. It just close your eyes. We have something to show you. You have something that you need to listen to in this moment. A moment of silence and peace that will just help you heal and potentially even prepare you for what lies ahead. Okay? I'm not going to repeat that. Anyways, the Four of Swords talking about how you again need to rest before an ending due to an ending in the past. You're protected in regards to what you desire to come to an end. What you foresee is not a long-term situation for oneself, or just, again, needs to be put to rest. I feel as if Spirit's saying any adjustments you're making recently are very powerful, even the small ones. Keep that in mind. Keep improving, keep working on one's habits and oneself as a whole, and you will see your business, your career in general, your work of art start to transform even more so and grow to become bigger than life. I just heard you will spark a difference, but do check oneself when you find it hard not to focus on what's not working, what is imperfect at this time, or you just expect, did I already say expect the worst? Whether that's at home, at work, with a relationship, with other people, with what's meant to come in. What's delayed is purposeful. Also keep that in mind. Let's pull one more. 1314, look up that angel number meaning. Who makes you nervous? Steer clear. Steer clear. Those are not your people, okay? Or they're not your person. There's a release of old perspectives, okay, or one specific one, a release of who you used to be. And even other people at a distance are just connected to you, needing to let go of an old version of you in one's mind, because it's not who you are at this point. And it's evident through your work, evident through the words you speak, the messages you convey. Take care of yourself, Leo, okay? That's a huge vibe in the next 48, as I do feel like your honesty, your voice, once again, is coming into play with oneself, with other people, when it comes to your work. I just feel like the lives you touch in the next 48, absolutely powerful, okay? I just heard it's Judgment Day. And I feel like through several levels of honesty stemming from oneself, you're sparking change within other people's lives, okay? You're opening people's eyes to the possibilities. And I just feel like there's a dancer within you, or just a creative version of you that needs to come back to life, or just be released through what you produce, develop, or create in the next 48, okay? I'm now hearing, to finish this up, be honest with oneself. What do you truly want? Because you will easily manifest it, my friend, all right? It's going to be a great next 48. Do remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go enjoy this period for oneself, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Leo.